Well, you've probably noticed by now that things are not going great at Cardiff City Football Club, and the fans are not happy for a number of reasons. Managers coming and going like a revolving door. The Sala situation been going on for years. This lack of communication between the club and the fans, and the fans are organising a protest ahead of before the Millwall game. And this is the sort of thing you might expect to see. Dictator Tan, go home, we want our club back. We've seen it before with the rebrand, and it looks like it's coming again. And at this point, can you really blame the fans? We're this close to relegation, and the fans are not happy. I expect Vincent Tan to have one of these outside the Cardiff City Stadium soon. The club we have and will follow for all our lives, and he is happy seeing us rot because he is so clueless, says Sam Webb on Twitter. Fight for CCFC. Enough is enough. This club is a circus. Our voices need to be heard. Protest before the game on Saturday is a must. Dictator Tan and the board have to go. Bring banners, flags. We must fight for the club. All meet at 1 p.m. outside club reception. No, that time has changed, I believe. Let me just see if I can find... There it is. Updated meet time is 2:15 p.m. due to the original time being too early. Bring your banners, bring your flags. Woody says, update, we're very, very angry, but it's bastard Baltic, man, and we're not standing around with a banner for nearly 2 hours. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Who could blame them? It's bloody freezing out there. So, yeah, Barry Goldberg says, what is the reason for the protest? Is it just a tan-out protest? As things stand, we are having a bad patch, but players are being paid, no winding up orders, etc. This protest is just an excuse for Anis Abraham and his agenda to bring Sam Hammam back. Pondia Pop said, if Sam came back, I wouldn't step foot in the place again. He almost ruined us last time. Is that even on the cards? I don't really... Is he rich enough to take us over? Answers in the comments. Are you going to protest? Answers in the comments. Martin John replied, being paid and players being paid and no winding up order should be the bare minimum for a football club owner, in my opinion. This bad patch has been coming for years and it's due to continuous mismanagement off the pitch. Can't argue with it, can you? So I just want to quickly move on to this Emiliano Sala insurance situation, which has been a big problem with the club for years, and some terrible information has come out recently. The BBC reporting Cardiff City tried to insure Sala for 20 million the day after his death, court told. Which is not a good look. Obviously, the club hit back with their own statement saying the club did not try to insure Emiliano after the plane crash. So, BBC as yet haven't taken their story down, so we don't know who's telling the truth there. I mean, this will all be in the details, of course. It's not a good look. Here's some responses on Twitter. I mean, you can't... It does make us look very, very bad. They just see the headlines, of course. They don't see the club response, and they don't wait for it either. But yeah, it's not a good look. You'd hope that this sort of thing would get sorted out a long time ago, but it didn't. On it rolls. And Steve Davis commented here this. I'm not going to read this out. This Steve Davis, he's normally very clued up with stuff like this. And if you want to read that comment, it's over on CardiffCityForum.com. If you go to page 8 of this thread, 5.3 million Sala installment paid. Page 8, and have a read through that. And it's grim reading, really. So, brace yourself. And so on to the manager hunt. Glenn Williams says that Neil Warnock appears to rule himself out of the running at Cardiff City. The bookmaker's favourite distanced himself from a return to the dugout, appeared open to more of a technical director role, and said he has had no contact from anyone at the club. I don't believe that personally. I think they were desperate and they were calling him all week long. But there you go. And here it is from the man himself, BBC Sport Wales.
Now, well, any job, not just Cardiff. I mean, I've not spoke to anybody there. Everybody thinks it's already been cut and dry. No chance. You'll see when they appoint a manager next.
So there you go. He's ruled himself out. To which some people were quite happy. Thank God, says William Smith. Yeah, not everyone wanted Neil Warnock back. For example, let's see, Matt on Twitter said someone who sanctioned a combined £23 million for Murphy, Flint, Pack, Bacuna and Vox should be nowhere near a technical director role at the club. And then on the Cardiff City Forum Facebook group this morning, Steve Day pictured himself here, took a photo of himself with Big Sam, saying he's currently on his way to Cardiff. A little bit of disinformation there from Deo. And I thought it was interesting to note in this article here, bringing players in, who's making decisions. And Whitehead seems to distance himself. It doesn't seem he's got any control over who's coming in, because he says, I think the recruitment team will have a list of players, whoever's in charge of the club at the time. These players will be available. They'll be doing everything they can to get these players into the club. So Whitehead, very much temporary measure, no input on the sightings. And the recruitment team, whoever they are, we don't know. I'm assuming it's Dalman and Chu and Tan. But we do need a director of football, don't we? And in fact, Steve Davis again says Tan still in complete control of players coming in, and unfortunately still looking for a 20 goals a season goalkeeper as a priority to take the pressure off our strikers. And finally, the Luton away game next week has been postponed. Luton now have a 4th round FA Cup game, so no football for us for 2 weeks. And you think that'd be a good opportunity for us to get a new manager in and get to know the players, but it's just as likely that by then Dean Whitehead would be sacked and we'd have Tom Ramsett running the team, so who knows? And if you're a Cardiff City fan, head on over to my shop, sportswag.co.uk, and see what takes your fancy. Free delivery on all orders. Go on and take a look. sportswag.co.uk.
A little cluster of 5 yellow shirts in that box. Whittingham! Oh, it's brilliant!